ज्ञान भुलाए सबको नचाए, ज्ञान भुलाए सबको नचाए, करती जो अपनों से जुदा। नहीं नहीं नहीं, सदा मैं संतुष्ट रहूंगा, ज्ञान रत्न से झोली भरूंगा, सदा मैं संतुष्ट रहूंगा, ज्ञान रत्न से झोली भरूंगा। शाबाश! माया की छाया से बचना जरा, इसमें विकारों का जादू भरा। मोह एक मकड़ी का जाल, मानव को कर दे बेहाल। मोह एक मकड़ी का जाल, मानव को कर दे बेहाल। तुझको रुलाए ईश्वर भुलाए, तुझको रुलाए ईश्वर भुलाए, चलने ना दे सोच जरा। नहीं नहीं नहीं, मोह जाल को मैं तोड़ूंगा, नाता शिव बाबा से जोड़ूंगा। मोह जाल को मैं तोड़ूंगा, नाता शिव बाबा से जोड़ूंगा। शाबाश! माया की छाया से बचना जरा, इसमें विकारों का जादू भरा।
Om Shanti. Good evening. Greetings to Asian family. So today's topic is recognize the forms of Maya, recognize the season, and keep yourself safe. As we know, it's the end of Kali Yuga. Day by day, Maya's force will increase. And what we have to do is be knowledgeful of Maya, recognize it, and keep ourselves safe. The entry point for Maya is our sense organs, mind, sanskars, etc. We see something, we get attracted. We listen something, we get influenced. We smell something, and there is a desire to possess it, to eat it, etc. So these sense organs are the real entry point. And our sanskars lead to purity or impurity. Now first, let us be knowledgeful about different forms of Maya. Maya comes in the form of body consciousness, is the root of all the Maya. So those who are body conscious, the subtle sign is self-pity. Oh, nobody loves me, nobody cares for me, nobody gives me chance for service. Second is nervousness. When they are given chance to go to CVIP or give lectures, they may have become nervous. They are extrovert. They call attention to themselves. Dress in a way, act in a way that people are attracted. They want recognition, name, fame, position. And they waste a lot of time, money, energy on the body because they want to be beautiful. They will try to go hairdresser, beauty salon, and to reduce the weight, they will have to consult either dietitian or get some surgery done. They are shy, worried, laughing, joking, trying to impress, and manipulative. And they deprive themselves because those who are fat or don't want to put on weight, they don't eat or eat and vomit out. And they gossip. हाँ ठीक नहीं आती है, ये निकाल दो कि भले रहा. Om Shanti. The second form of Maya is ego, and sign of ego is insecurity, superiority complex, disrespect of others, sarcastic, teasing, taunting, self-centered. They all the time talk about I. I-ness, sensitive, authoritative, imposing their own ideas, bossy, and they resent. They are critical of others. Subtle form of sex lust. They get impressed, attracted to people. They have desires. Familiarity, enjoying the company of someone particular, love for name and form of subtle form of attachment, dependency, they depend on one individual, possessiveness, you are mine, you have to do this for me, favoritism, the mother who has attachment to one child, she will do everything first for that child, and the rest will get left over. Mineness, you are mine. Authoritative, not letting them to do what they want, and they have preferences. Subtle form of greed, desires. Greedy person is never content, always discontent. They are selfish. They dislike somebody. Or the things that they like, they want more. Greedy person is miser. When coming to giving donation, they don't give much. Overindulgence. If they like something, they eat double. Otherwise they say, oh, I'm not hungry. And they keep on accumulating things. Don't throw away the old things, keep on buying new things. Subtle form of anger is irritation, getting upset, fear, argumentative, impatient, forceful, frustration. The reason is lack of tolerance. and sometimes they are passive aggressive. If you want to do it. I'm not going to cooperate. And anger is because expectation is not fulfilled. Carelessness, the subtle form is they are disorganized. Forgetfulness, they say, oh, I forgot. I don't care attitude. Because time, money, thoughts, words, everything is very useful. But they waste it. And they give excuses. They are extravagant. Taking things for granted. I thought, oh, somebody will else do it. So they waste their thoughts, words, actions, energy, etc. Subtle form of laziness. They are complacent. Lack of enthusiasm. They comfort lovers. They give excuse, oh, I was tired. So they are irresponsible. Jealousy. Because they compare themselves to others, and if they are not good enough, they will have jealousy for them. If somebody praises them, or loves them, or gives them more task, they are jealous. They are insecure. Lack of self-esteem is the main reason why they are jealous. And they are competitive. And final vice, 10th vice, is hatred and animosity. So, they have crab mentality. If somebody is going up, they will try to push them down. If somebody is praised, they say, oh, you think she is like that? No, she has done this, that, etc. They take revenge. Sometimes they are violent, take the law into their own hands, and they spread intrigues. So these are the signs of subtle vices or Maya. Now let us see the questions. The different forms of Maya from the Murli has been sent to me. Elaborate on it with real examples. Maya is like a mouse. She blows and then bites you in such a way that even somebody bleeds, you don't realize. Maya also makes you bleed. She makes you perform such actions that you don't even realize what you are doing. So the job of Maya is very incognito. She's very clever and does her job very quietly, tempting somebody. And she first blocks our link with Baba. So there is no clarity or realization as they are influenced by Maya. So we have to be really careful watching Maya. And especially Baba says, eyes are really very criminal. And first I will see the person and will say, oh, this person is beautiful, very charismatic, and get attracted. Or they see nice food that they like and they will be tempted to eat it. Or they listen to the gossip and they form wrong opinion about an individual. And the soul, because the intellect is blocked, does not realize that he is doing wrong. Second, Maya enters someone. In which form does she first come? First form it adopts is that laziness. Maya brings laziness in many different forms. Yes, when laziness comes, the soul will say, okay, I'll do it later. I will try. It will be done. So there is procrastination. And they say, oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest. So they are comfort lovers, irresponsible. And main thing is there is no enthusiasm, lack of enthusiasm. Third, by your offering hospitality to Maya, you experience sadness as you move along. Sometimes, when impure thoughts or vision is there, if we don't realize, we entertain those impure thoughts. Suppose somebody is attracted to somebody, then they will say, oh, let me go and approach that person. Let me talk. Let me get their phone number. And then start friendship with them. So, but after a while, there is attachment, and if whatever they are expecting it's not happening, there is sadness. And the soul will feel that they are neither moving forward nor moving backward. You are unable to move backward or forward. This is what the influence of Maya does. The attraction of Maya stops you from flying. So as we know, if there is any attachment, any attraction, desires, etc., the mind will be thinking about that person or object. So until they receive what they want, they keep on planning how to get it, where to get it, when to get it, etc. So naturally, soul cannot concentrate on bhava. Like Maya keeps their boat anchored to the shore of Kali, and they cannot move forward or backward, and they can't fly. because the strings of mind are attached. Next point is, when we love Shiv Baba, Maya feels jealous, and so she creates storms. You want to throw a double six, but Maya cat interferes in this. However, Maya the cat turns everything around. Then Maya the cat creates confusion in their intellects. Maya creates confusion. So there is loss of judgment, loss of clarity. The example of cat is given in Mahabharata, that Pandavas and Kauravas were playing chess, and cat would come and extinguish the lamp, and Kauravas would change the number of things, and Kaurava won, Pandava got defeated. So we are the Pandavas, and Maya tries to extinguish our lamp of knowledge, and so we get defeated, and Maya or Kauravas win. Next point is Maya, their servant. They sometimes experience unhappiness. What is the reason for this? They do not know how to use at the right time, with the right method, the powers and points of knowledge that they have attained. Maya causes sadness. The reason is right powers are not used at the right time. So, individual becomes servant to Maya, because this point, servant is dasi and unhappiness is udasi. So, Baba tries to rhyme these things. So, what we need to do is, don't let Maya to create confusion. We don't become servant of Maya. Otherwise, we become unhappy. Next point is, sometimes such stones of Maya come that you are unable to catch Bap Dada's directions and his power, because your intellect is not clear. For such a time, the corporeal mediums whom you call Didis and Dadis have been made instruments. They are instruments that your time is not wasted. So we have to see that we don't waste our time in a confused state. If we are not clear. We have to solve the problem immediately, so without feeling shy. Go to seniors like Dadi, Didi, or responsible instrument who has got clear intellect and get the answer to your problem. So we have to be courageous and go there. Next is the snake of the old nature and sanskars repeatedly deceive you, and so influenced by Maya that you don't even consider something wrong to be wrong. It's true that Maya, first and foremost, affects our intellect. And so, what our aim is to finish old sanskar and nature. Remind ourselves, I am Brahman. Shudra sanskars are old sanskars are not mine. I have died as a Shudra, and then you won't be influenced by them. Next point is, when you consider yourself a teacher, you have a subtle desire of being given the gaddi or a position. This too is one of Maya's big obstacles. Yes, the old sanskar of desire to have name, fame, position is there. So we should not have desire to have gaddi or position. This is also Maya's big obstacles. So you have to have faith. Baba knows your speciality and give you service that you can do, and you will get position, gaddi, chance to give lectures, etc. Only aim in Brahman life is to become deity, master of new world, and we should keep on effort for that. Next is, some children don't tell the truth, and so Maya punches them very hard. Your boxing match is very hard. In that boxing, in worldly boxing, physical boxing, and two people are fighting, your body gets hurt. Whereas here, it is your intellect that is badly hurt. So lesson is, we have to be honest. Baba loves honest children. And Baba says that if we speak honestly to Baba our mistake, or to our seniors, first of all, we become light. And Baba says, if you confess to Baba your mistake, your 50% vikarma is absorbed. And that's why, by being dishonest, Don't allow Maya to hurt your intellect. Next is while moving along, some are pricked by Maya's thorns, and those souls go lame. Maya gets hold of that soul by the nose and throws him into gutter. Maya is such that she catches hold of you by your plait, hair. And this is why there is some greed or attachment, and you then keep asking your students for something. Yes, Maya is very clever. She pricks the soul, gives sorrow, like a thorn gives sorrow to us. And Maya grabs us by nose and throws us into gutter. If you don't recognize Maya, she can easily throw us in gutter of Maya. And Maya makes us greedy. So students are asked to bring something for center or for personal purpose. Greedy souls will have desires to possess something, and so they will request students to bring that. But Baba says it's better to die than ask for material things. If we don't follow Baba's advice, naturally Maya hits us hard. Either throws in gutter, pricks thorns, or catches hold by our hair. So we have to be really careful and keep on watching Maya. So more we are introvert and having total control over our sense organs. Baba says, see no evil, hear no evil, talk no evil, do no evil. We have to really follow that. So before doing anything, before speaking anything, I have to check whether that is right or not. Have clean and clear intellect to judge what is right, what is wrong, what is Maya telling, what is Baba is telling, and follow Baba's direction and not get tempted by Maya's attractive forms. Because in Hindu scriptures, they say that sannyasis used to do tapasya, and to disturb that tapasya, beautiful women were sent, and they would be dancing and trying to attract those tapasvi. And that's how Maya disturbs our tapasya, our progress, and pulls down to one of the vices or gutter. Om Shanti. Now Sona is back. She will be asking the questions.
Didi, all the questions are to do with relationships.
Two,
Relationships. First question is, how can you manage someone who is jealous? If somebody is jealous of you, how do you handle it?
Baba says, be tolerant. Today's Murli Baba was saying, be tolerant. Whatever somebody's sanskars are there, have good wishes for them. Remind yourself, you are world benefactor. They are ruled by their impure sanskars. They don't have that control. So, you should not have any negative feeling. If you remain in self-esteem, then you will remain happy, entertained. Today Baba was talking, no? Remain happy and entertained. Don't get confused at all.
Second question is, one sister in my center, every time I see her, I remember how she treated me badly, she gave bad comments, she was dishonest. So how to go beyond thinking and remembering all those things?
Same thing, answer is same. If somebody has treated you badly, cheated you, it means you have cleared karma with her. In past, you might have cheated her. So, think past is past. Give full stop to past and forgive her or thank her that you have cleared karma with her. Now no more punishment in Dharamrajpuri.
How to recognize whether it is Maya or am I settling an old karmic account? Is it new Maya or old?
New karma, you mean? You never know. Because usually in this last birth, we are settling our old karmic account. But if it is new, you should not react in a negative way. She is doing vikarma, she will have to suffer. But if I am reacting negatively, it will be my vikarma. So, remain stable, observer of drama of that soul, and maintain good wishes.
Didi, this is a world of falsehood, cheating, dishonesty. People do things which seem to be good, but the intention is bad. So how to keep connection with such people? Inside everything is false, you know it. What to do?
Don't be too friendly, nor have any animosity. So, if you need to be interacting with that soul, interact with positivity and good wishes. And have good wishes that that soul changes from falsehood to truth and honesty. Have that desire, good wishes. And look at the soul with benevolent drishti, not animosity.
Sometimes Baba says he sends Maya to test us. Is this true?
Yes. Baba says, no, sometimes the soul says, Baba, please take away your Maya. The soul first complains to Baba. Baba, this Maya is troubling me, take it away from me. Then Baba says, because it's a drama, part of Maya. Because when Maya sees you are becoming Baba's child, having Baba's company, so far you were Maya's friend. Now you are not more any friendly. So Maya will try to be in full force and try to take you away from Baba. So that you have to expect and recognize Maya and don't leave Baba's hand, Baba's company, and say goodbye to Maya. So when Maya will see that you are with Almighty Baba, she will run away.
Sometimes you are a soul who doesn't always say Hanji, you're not always obedient. So seniors ignore you and they don't share things with you. Seniors might ignore you. Maybe you're not the usual Hanji soul. Maybe they feel insecure that you will go ahead of them.
They won't feel insecure. But everybody loves obedient student. And if they know that you may say yes or no, or you are not going to do, they don't want to be frustrated or unhappy that you are not cooperating. So they don't have insecurity. But they are unsure whether you will do it or not. So better give the job to the one who is happy to do.
So Baba says drama is predestined. So how to take caution in advance before my senses deceive me? How to have that power in advance so I don't overeat, I don't look at anything bad. How to be prepared?
Baba is always telling, be in Baba's remembrance constantly. If you are in Baba's remembrance, then you are Master Almighty Authority. And if you are introvert and having clear intellect, you will recognize Maya and will not allow Maya to attack you.
So last question. Baba says the soul is male, all souls are male. But in the body, we have the awareness of male or female. But the soul is beyond the body. So why do we have such a strong feeling of this, of that? We should be...
The thing is, when we are in a male or female body, naturally our action, reaction, relationship will be different, males and females. And so, though as a soul we are a male, we are in a mundane world. And that's why Baba has set certain maryadas that separately males and females, so that there is no attraction or no familiarity, or that if you are riding motorbike, male and female should not go together, because then there is physical bodily touch and vibrations. Even with male or female, sometimes Baba says two souls sitting in yoga should have at least 1 or 2 feet in between, so that each one's vibration is not affecting other one. So the thing is, Baba has set all these maryadas to keep us safe, especially when we are new, when we are weak. Maya can come in the form of attraction, familiarity, love for name and form, etc. So subtle form of lust can be possible.
Didi, if I have forgiven someone, but they have not forgiven me, and they don't accept me,
They are
not accepting me, they are not forgiving me, what can I do?
Don't worry. If you have forgiven, at least your yoga will be good. You will not be affected in your yoga. If you have not forgiven, you will remember that soul instead of Baba. Now, if they haven't forgiven you, but if you maintain good wishes for them, ultimately they will realize. Just as in today's Murray, Baba said that some souls are discontent. So Baba tries to satisfy them. And in the end, they will come to Baba and say, please forgive me. Baba, you are really Baba. So they will say that, please forgive me, you are really great. They will come and say in the end, because if they have realization power, they will realize and they will ask you for forgiving.
So seems like the last question, somebody who is transgender, is that also a soul?
Of course. Of course. Everybody is soul, male, female or transgender.
So Brother Pure is asking, Didi, can you share something about Didi Ji? This is Didi Ji's month, any speciality?
Om Shanti. Didi Ji, specialities, 8 to 28 specialities are there in Patra Pushpa newsletter. But my experience is, Didi was very yogi. And she used to observe silence from morning 4 o'clock till Murli finished. Once I had some business, so I went to her room before Murli and I started speaking in normal voice. And Didi said, shh, speak softly. And once Meera Ben and Hemlata Ben went to Didi before Murli. Didi said, "Is it urgent? Come after Murli." And after Murli, double foreigners used to go to Didi, and Didi would give drishti. And Didi will ask question from Murli. As this morning was said, Didi was very good student, will sit first row first. Dadi will read Murli, she will note down Murli points in form of question answer. So whoever would go, Didi will ask the question, what did Baba tell today in the Murli about this? So she was very good student. She was very good administrator. So Baba appointed her as his helper. Once Mama left the body, Didi came and stayed in Madhavan. And Baba was very particular. So once Didi brought Toli, the pieces were not all equal. Some were big, some small. Baba said, that's not good. All pieces should be equal. Then what Didi used to do is, because many times people will come to Didiji and ask her some of their problem. So Didi would listen, and in her mind she will think what should be answered. Then she will go and check with Brahma Baba. So this is the problem, what should be the answer? And when Brahma Baba's answer was same as her thought, she knew her intellect is clear, her judgment power is okay. So Didi was from very rich family, Chandrai family. Her brother is still in Singapore, and mother, sister, auntie, and 2 cousins all came in Gyan. But Didi was married, so she couldn't get permission to surrender. So what yukti she did is, she used to stay separately, not in Yagya in the beginning. And she started sewing class and started earning money by sewing clothes. So the thing is, Didi had opposition, etc., but she had deep love for Baba. Her name was Gopik, and she was a real deep lover of Baba. I remember once on 18th January, I was in Madhuban, and we were sitting in meditation hall for meditation, and Didi decided everybody should cry. So she started talking about Brahma Baba in such a way, everybody started crying. But she then started dancing, and in dancing she would go in trance. And she used to see Brahma Baba as Krishna. So the thing is, Didi and Dadi, when they took up the administration role, spiritual head of the organization, they sat together and they wanted to decide how to run institution. Because when Brahma Baba was there, everybody used to come to see Brahma Baba. Now, how to attract Brahmins? So Didi and Dadi decided, let's start teachers training. So they started teachers training in Madhuban. And since then, even now, teachers training are going on. The first group was, I think, Jayantiben, Meeraben, etc. Shiru, 2 months training. And then they reduced 1 month, then 15 days. So that's how they attracted everybody. And Avyakta Dada's meeting also, people started coming. And they invited Nirvair Bhai to run office and visit all politicians and councillors of Rajasthan and getting official work done. So the thing is, after Didi, Dadi took over this administration, for a while people used to complain, oh, Baba used to do this to me, Mama used to do this for me. But in 1 year, they really took over in such a way that everybody used to say, oh, we get feeling of Mama, Baba through Didi, Dadi. And as you know, in their administration, there were only 100, 200 centers in Brahma Baba's time. But when Dadiji left body, there were centers in 120 countries. So there was so much expansion. So that's Bab Dada is still working and will keep on working, and expansion will continue. As you know, even in pandemic, there are so many people who are doing courses online, and so many new students have emerged. Om Shanti. So we'll finish with few minutes of meditation.
देंगे। जो शत्रु बन कर आएगा उसे शिव का मीत बना देंगे।
देकर आत्मज्ञान उन्हें हम प्रेम की धार बहा